All right. So let us start with a very nice, wonderful kirtan. So this is called as the Kevalastakam, and it's a very beautiful tune and a very deep meaning. So let us sing Kevalastakam. So this explains about the importance of chanting the holy names of Krishna. So let us start with this song, and it's a very beautiful song. Madhuram Madurebhyopi Pavanam Pavanebhyopi Madhuram Madurebhyopi Mangalebhyopi Mangalam Pavanam Pavanebhyopi Harir Namaiva Kevalam Abrahmastamba Paryantam Sarvam Mayamayam Jagat Satyam Satyam Punah Satyam Hare Namaiva Kevalam Saguru Sapita Chapi Samata Bandhavopi Sa Shikshaye Chet Sada Smartum Harer Namaiva Kevalam Nishvasena hi Vishvasa Kadarudho Bhavishyati Kirtaniya Balyat Harer Namaiva Kevalam Hari Sada Vaset Tatra Yatra Bhagavata Jana Gayanti Bhakti Bhavena Harer Namaiva Kevalam Aho Dukham Mahadukham Dukha Dukhataram Yataha Kachartam Vismrutam Ratna Harer Namaiva Kevalam Diyatam Karno Niyatam Vachaha Giyatam Nityaha Harer Namaiva Kevalam Trunikritya Jagat Sarvam Rajate Sakalo Pari Chidananda Mayam Shuddham Harer Namaiva Kevalam Harer Namaiva Kevalam Harer Namaiva Kevalam. Hare Krishna. So welcome all of you to this class. So thank you very much for joining. So today's topic is going to be the importance of chanting the holy names of Krishna. Why should we chant the holy names of Krishna? Let us see some of the shlokas, translation of this meaning, this shloka, whatever sang, the song that we have sung so far. So what's the meaning of that? Madhuram Madhure Bhyopi Mangale Bhyopi Mangalam Pavanam Pavane Bhyopi Harer Namaiva Kevalam means this holy names of Krishna is sweeter than the sweetest, auspicious than the most auspicious things, purer than the purest. That is the name of Lord Hari. And then this is very interesting. It says that person is a true preceptor or a true father or a true mother and a true friend only if they teach you to remember the holy names of Lord Sri Hari. Because the holy name of Lord Sri Hari alone is everything. Uchvase nahi vishwaso. There is no certainty when the last breath will come and put an abrupt halt to all our material plans. Therefore, it is wise to always practice chanting from very childhood, because the holy name of Sri Hari alone is everything. What is sorrow? What is sorrow? Dukkham, dukkham, mahadukham. What is sorrow? More painful than any other misery in the world. Dukkha, dukkhataram. Mistaking it as a mere piece of glass, people have forgotten this jewel of chanting of the holy names of Krishna, because the holy name of Lord Sri Hari alone is everything. It should be heard again and again with one's ears. Diyatam, diyatam, karno. Hear it again and again, again and again. Giyatam, giyatam, vachaha. With your voice, always sing the Lord names. Should be perpetually sung. It's always new. So this is the wonderful, wonderful, wonderful holy names of Krishna. So just give me a minute. Hare Krishna. So is my voice clear?
Yes, Prabhuji.
All right. So today we're going to do a very wonderful chapter of Bhakti Ladder Meetup. And I would like to welcome all of you personally. Thank you very much for joining. You could have been doing anything else right now, but you chose to come to this class. So I want to make sure that you'll definitely learn something very important in the next 1.5 hours. All right. So it's going to be very interesting, because the topic that we are going to talk today is about the importance of chanting of holy names of Krishna. And we're going to cover what are the scriptural references which talk about the chanting of holy names of Krishna, starting from Bhagavad Gita to Srimad Bhagavatam and various Upanishads and Puranas. What's the importance of chanting of holy names of Krishna? What are the benefits that we can get? You see some spiritual benefits, material benefits, and how we are supposed to be chanting, and how Srila Prabhupada used to, recommend chanting this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So I would like to tell all of you the importance of the chanting of holy names, and let's see how it unfolds. So first, let's start with a story. There was a kingdom where there was a group of devotees who wanted to worship Lord Krishna. So they had collected some leaves from the peepal tree, and they wrote the names of Lord Krishna on the leaves of the tree. Now these leaves they wanted to worship. Somehow these leaves were eaten by a cow. So the cow, after eating this, completely transformed and started to behave very strange. Actually, it started to chant the names of Krishna. And everybody was getting very surprised. And the owner of the cow became very scared. And he left that cow in the forest and came back. Because it's a very strange cow. It's talking and chanting the names of Krishna. And it happened that somebody saw that cow and saw that it's a cow without any owner. So took that cow and sold it in the market. So there was a farmer who purchased this cow, and he was nicely feeding that cow and getting the milk and distributing that milk. And people started to inform that this milk is medicinal in value, and something very special started happening to everybody who started to drink the milk. And this cow continued to chant the names of Krishna. And those people who were drinking the milk, they were getting rid of so many kind of diseases. And it so happened that in that kingdom, the princess became very sick. And the Rajvaidya said that the princess will die and there's no way to save her. So then what happened is, the Rajvaidya, he gave up all the hopes. So later, what they did is, they heard about this person. They heard about this person. Yeah, and this cow, special cow, they heard about the special cow, right? And then they brought this cow, and then they gave the milk to that princess. And the princess got magically cured. Now the princess was completely fine. Now that the princess was completely fine, the king was very pleased, and he said, "Can I get this cow?" But the farmer said, "That's the only means of livelihood for me." The king said, "I can very happily give you something in exchange," and he gave him some nice jewels. So the king, he took that cow, and then the king, he used to personally drink that milk every day. The cow was chanting the names of Krishna. And he also started giving the milk to all the ministers. And the king, there was a transformation in his mind. He became very pious, he became very religious, and he was taking care of the state very nicely. And he became a devotee. All the ministers, they became very nice. They became corruption free. They started implementing nice policies. And then they started encouraging everybody to chant the names of Krishna. And slowly, the whole kingdom started to chant the names of Krishna. And as the whole kingdom started to chant the names of Krishna, everybody became free from all kinds of anxieties, all kinds of diseases. And it was a very, very wonderful transformation that happened in the entire kingdom. So this is such a wonderful thing. So this is what we want to see, that the whole world chants the names of Krishna. So Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he said that Prithvi che ache nagaradi gram sarvatra prachara hoibo morana. That means Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said that in the future, the whole world will chant the names of Lord Krishna. So we are in that mission of making the whole world chant the names of Krishna, so that they also can become very prosperous, very happy, very healthy, and they can actually go back to home, back to Godhead. So we will see some very interesting, deep insights about chanting the holy names of Krishna. So let us begin with references from scriptures, starting from Bhagavad Gita. So the power of holy name. So what is the first verse that speaks about chanting in Bhagavad Gita? Sometimes people say, you say chant, 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 but I don't see that Krishna says the same thing. Where did Krishna say that? Chant in Bhagavad Gita. Here it is. Satatam kirtayanto mam yatantascha drudhavrataha namasyantascha mam nitya bhaktya nitya yukta upasate. Always chanting my glories, endeavoring with great determination, bowing down before me, the great souls perpetually worship me with devotion. Bhagavad Gita 9.14. So here the key word is Satatam and Kirtayantoma. Satatam means always. Kirtayantoma means chanting the glories of Krishna. So please type in the chat Satatam. Satatam. That means always. Type in the chat Satatam. Always chant the glories of Krishna. And those people who chant the glories of Krishna, they are called as great souls by Krishna. And Krishna is saying that they perpetually worship Krishna that way. Right? This is the coming from the chapter number 9. What is the name of the chapter number 9? Can anybody tell me?
The most confidential knowledge.
Yes, this is the most confidential knowledge. the most confidential knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is itself the most confidential knowledge of the Vedas, and the most confidential knowledge of the most confidential knowledge of the Vedas is this verse, that you have to always chant the names of God, chant the names of Krishna. There is another verse which comes in the Vibhuti Yoga, chapter number 10, where Krishna says, Yajnanam japa yajñosmi. Of all the sacrifices, I am the chanting of the holy names, japa. You see, we are living in 2024, the modern day. We don't have any fire sacrifices. We don't do fire sacrifices day in and day out. The only fire sacrifice that we do is, driving our vehicle. The smoke that is coming out of the vehicles, that's it. There's no smoke that is coming out of the sacrificial altars here. Am I right? That's Kali Yuga, and this is 2024. But then we all know in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna emphasized Yajna Dana Tapa Karma. Yajna and Dana and Tapas must never be given up. Krishna says, somebody who doesn't do Yajna, who doesn't follow the cycle of the sacrifice, fire sacrifices, he can neither be happy in this world nor be happy in the next world. So, fire sacrifices are so compulsory. Now, what is the practical way of performing fire sacrifices in the Kali Yuga? So, there are some people in the world who still believe that they can make the whole world make fire sacrifices. So, they are distributing the Yajna kit. So, if you write to them, they will send you a small Yajna Kunda, and they'll give you some sticks and they'll tell you some mantras to chant if you're interested. But definitely that's not what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was Krishna himself. He said the sacrifice, the fire sacrifice for the modern world is not Swaha Swaha, it is Hare Krishna. It is the chanting of the holy names of Krishna. Let's see the next one. Now this is not coming from Bhagavad Gita, but this is coming from Srimad Bhagavatam. Very beautiful verse. Apana samsritam ghoram yannama vipasho grinan tatas sadyo vimuccheta yadvipeti swayam bhayam. Can anybody read the translation for me? Living beings who are entangled in the complicated meshes of birth and death can be freed immediately by even unconsciously chanting the holy names of Krishna, which is feared by the fear personified. Srimad Bhagavatam 1.1.14. You know what is very interesting? There is somebody called fear personified, right? So in the Sanatana Dharma, there is personification for everybody. We have personification for Ganges, we have personification for the sun, right? We have personification for the wind. For everything we have personification. We have personification for the fear itself. And his name is Bhayam. So, Yadbhipeti Swayam Bhayam means the fear becomes fearful when we chant the names of Krishna. That means when you become fearful, what are you supposed to be doing?
Chanting.
You're supposed to be chanting. So when you become fearful of anything, it can be anything in the world that you're becoming fearful of, simply chant the names of Krishna and you'll become fearless. And the source of fear itself will become fearful when you chant the names of Krishna, even unconsciously. Sometimes we unconsciously chant the names of Krishna. Sometimes we are calling somebody by his name. Hey, Krishna, come here. Hey, Krishna Chaitanya, come here. Something like that. Unconsciously chanting the names of Krishna also can give us liberation from birth and death. So what to talk about consciously chanting the holy names of Krishna? Let's go to the next verse. This is from Srimad Bhagavatam, 12th canto, the last canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Kaler dosha nidhe rajan asti eko mahan gunaha kirtanadeva krishnasya mukta sangha param vrajet. My dear king, although Kali Yuga is an ocean of faults, there is still one good quality about this age. Simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, one can become free from the material bondage and be promoted to the transcendental kingdom. Let us talk about Kali Yuga. Which Yuga are we in? Type in the chat, Kali Yuga. We are in the Kali Yuga. The last Yuga, the most wicked Yuga, the most wretched Yuga. Kali means quarrel. So in this Yuga, there is no friendship even between friends. You cannot trust your friends. You cannot trust your brother. You cannot trust your sister. Even the husband and wife, they will be fighting. There is no friendship even or understanding even between the business partners, or there is no truth. There is corruption. And you see, everybody is ready to quarrel. For even for 1 rupee, people will start fighting. You see, that's Kali Yuga. So, but then this Kali Yuga is like unlimited ocean of faults. So if we go on speaking about Kali Yuga, the defects of the society right now, we can unlimitedly speak about it. But beyond all of this ocean of bad qualities, there is one wonderful quality about Kali Yuga which makes it very special. So special that people from other yugas, they pray to God that God, please make me born in Kali Yuga. That is surprising. What is that one good quality? Kirtanat eva Krishnasya mukta sangha param brajet. Simply by chanting the Krishna mantra, we can become free from material bondage and become promoted to the transcendental kingdom of Krishna, which is not possible even after thousands of years of meditation in the other yugas. It's very easily possible in this yuga. That's the beauty of Kali Yuga. Very beautiful verse from Padma Purana. Nama Chintamani Krishnas Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha Purna Shuddho Nitya Mukto Abhinnatva Nama Namino. It says, Nama Chintamani Krishna. Krishna Nama is Chintamani, means it is like a bestower of all kind of benedictions. Chintamani means touchstone. Whatever you want, you can get from Harinam. Krishna Nama is Chintamani. Chaitanya Rasa Vigraha. It's full of pleasure, right? It's full of transcendental mellows. Purna Shuddho Nitya Mukto. It is complete in itself. Abhinnatvan Nama Namino. This is very interesting. Nama and Naminaha means the name and the named person. Name and the named. What does that mean? Just take the example of water. Let's say I'm very thirsty or you're very thirsty. If you're going to chant water, 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 are you going to quench your thirst? Yes, no. Can you quench your thirst by chanting water, water, water?
No, Prabhuji.
No.
No. You can't quench your thirst like that. Because water, the name, water, the object is different. Nama, Namina. But Krishna Nama, Abhinnatvan, Nama, Namino, means there is no difference between Krishna and Krishna's name. Because Krishna is the absolute truth. Because Krishna is absolute, there is no difference between him and his name. So, for example, if I ask you to chant the names John, 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 you'll get bored. You can't chant that name for a long time. But if you chant Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, you can chant forever. With your own experience, you can say, even after chanting 16 rounds, you can chant 32 rounds, you can chant 64 rounds. There are some people who chant 128 rounds a day. There are some people who are chanting the whole day. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, his disciple, Haridas Thakur used to chant the whole day. Right? So let's talk about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his fasting. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was born, when he was a small baby, right? He made everybody chant the names of Krishna. You know how? Even when he was a baby, he was making everybody chant. So he used to cry loudly. So when he used to loudly cry, all the ladies used to come and who were attending him, and then they used to try to pacify him. They tried singing different songs, and he was not stopping his cry. He started chanting Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So when he heard that, he became silent. Again, after some time, when they stop, he starts crying. And then they again sing, and he again stops. After some time, again he starts crying. And then they again start chanting the names of Krishna. So like that, he used to make them chant all the time the names of Lord Krishna. So type in the chat LCM, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is the incarnation of Lord Krishna. He is Lord Krishna himself, who has come 500 years ago to teach us this system of chanting the holy names of Krishna, the importance of chanting the holy names of Krishna. Let's continue. So that was about the power of the holy name from the scriptures. Now let's go a little bit deeper and find out what exactly is the importance of chanting the names of each of the words of this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. What's the meaning of chanting each of these words? Let's try to find out. Let's start with what are the 3 words of Hare Krishna Mahamantra? There are 3 words. What are they?
Hare, Krishna and Ram.
Hare. Hare means Radharani, internal energy of Krishna. And let's talk about Ramanam. What is Ramanam? Ramanam has been glorified all over the scriptures. It is also called as a Taraka Mantra. It's called Brahma Taraka Brahma. Taraka Mantra. That means simply by chanting these 2 syllables, Ra and Ma, you can become liberated. It is said that Lord Shiva once told to Durga Devi asked how to remember Lord Vishnu. Then Lord Shiva said, Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tattvayam Rama Nama Varanani. Oh Varanana, I chant the holy names of Rama, Rama, Rama and enjoy this beautiful sound. This holy name of Lord Ramachandra is equal to 1000 holy names of Lord Vishnu. So when we see, there are only 2 syllables. Any child also can pronounce Ra and Ma. The moment you say Ra, Lord Shiva turns to you and is attentively hearing what is he going to say next. And when you say Ma, Lord Shiva becomes very pleased. But when you say something else, if you say Ra, Vana, then he's not going to be very pleased. Right? Ra, Ma, Rama. See, these wonderful names. Rama. What is this Rama? The definition of Rama has been given in the Padma Purana. It says, Ramante yogino anante satyananda chidatmani iti Rama padanesau parabrahmabhidiyate. Rama indicates Parabrahman. The Parabrahman, which is glorified in all the Upanishads, in the Vedas, that is Rama. Rama is Parabrahman. And the yogis, the great devotees who are chanting the names of Rama, are enjoying unlimited bliss by chanting the names of Yoginam Anante, Yoginam Ramante Anante iti. Ramante means they're enjoying, unlimitedly enjoying by chanting the holy names of Rama. That is Rama. Simply by chanting one name of Rama is equal to 1000 names of Vishnu. That means Vishnu Sahasranama, if you take 30 minutes, 20 minutes to complete it, to simply say Rama once, it is as good as chanting the entire Vishnu Sahasranama. 20 minutes saved. Now let's talk about Krishna Nama. Krishna Nama. So the Brahmanda Purana says the pious results derived from chanting the 1,000 holy names of Vishnu 3 times can be attained only by one utterance of the holy names of Krishna. So this is a competition now. Krishna Nama, Rama Nama. Krishna Nama said, Rama Nama said, chant my names, it's equal to 1,000 names of Vishnu. Krishna Nama is saying, chant my name, it is equal to 3,000 names of Vishnu. Okay, type Haribol in the chat. So Rama and Krishna, very wonderful words. So if you chant these names, you can do some mathematics. How many Rama, how many Krishna? In Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, 4 Rama, 4 Krishna. You can do some multiplication and you can find out how many thousands of names you're completing. I don't know, let's do some kind of maths now. So, Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So how many Krishna? How many Rama? Okay, 4 Rama. Am I right? 4 Rama. So 4 Rama and 4 Krishna. So 4 Rama, we said 1 Rama Nama is equal to 1,000 names of Vishnu. That means 4,000. All right. So now, if you're chanting 4 Krishna Nama, we said 4 multiplied by 12. 4 multiplied by 3. Right? So it is 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 1,000. So that's 12,000. 12,000 plus 4,000. This comes to 16,000 names of Vishnu. It's as good as chanting Vishnu Sahasranama 16 times. If you simply say Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, you have chanted 16 Vishnu Sahasranama. Actually, to chant 16 Vishnu Sahasranama, it takes 16 into 20 minutes. It takes you 5 hours. So you saved 5 hours by chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. So type awesome in the chat. Type awesome. Now let us find out what is the speciality of each of this. Rama Nama, Krishna Nama and Hare. 3 names are there in the Hare Krishna Maha. So by chanting the names of Lord Rama, you get liberation. Mukti. Type Mukti in the chat. So by chanting Lord Rama's name, you get Mukti. By chanting the name of Krishna, do you know what you get? Any guesses? Any guesses? What do you get by chanting the names of Krishna? Prema. How many of you want Prema? Type me in the chat. Love of Godhead. The topmost love of Godhead. Prema. So by chanting Rama, you get Mukti. By chanting Krishna, you get Prema. Here is a shloka from Chaitanya Charitamrita Leela 3.257. Mukti hetu ka taraka haya Rama nama, Krishna nama paraka hana kare prema dana. The holy name of Lord Chandra certainly gives liberation, but the holy name of Krishna transports one to the other side of the ocean of nuisance and at last gives the aesthetic love of Krishna. So, if you want mukti, if you want prema, if you want to go back to Godhead, chant this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, which has the beautiful combination of Hare and Rama and Krishna. There is no mantra in the entire world which has these combinations of Hare and Rama and Krishna. Did you know that the Trimurtis, you see Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma, they keep chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Did you know that? So it says, Panchamukhe Brahma bole, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Sorry. Chaturmukhe Brahma bole, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Panchamukhe Shiva bole Rama Rama Hare Hare. Lord Brahma has how many faces? 4. Chaturmukha. He is saying Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. And Lord Shiva, he has got 5 faces. Panchamukhe Shiva bole Rama Rama Hare Hare. So Lord Shiva is chanting Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Lord Brahma is chanting Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. So the topmost demigods are chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So that is so special, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Okay. So now let's go a little deeper and see what are the benefits of chanting this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Okay. Let's just see some benefits. Let's talk about some general benefits. Of course, we are speaking a lot about scriptures here, but what about some general benefits? Let's see that also. Of course, we get all kinds of benefits from chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra because it's transcendental. Let's see some benefits. Okay, by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra regularly, if you take up this chanting seriously, if you take a sankalpa and chant every day regularly, it is seen that our self-discipline and willpower increases. And all the points that I've written here, I've written out of my own experience. It is not out of any kind of a bookish knowledge. No. I'm telling it from my own experience. This is coming from my life's experience. I have found myself in my life that by chanting the holy names of Krishna, my discipline improved. My willpower improved. So how many of you think that discipline is important in life for success? Type me in the chat. That somebody who has good discipline can actually become successful. How many of you think that willpower is very important? If you have a strong will, you can do anything. You can achieve anything. Type me in the chat. Now, what if you have a combination of a strong self-discipline and willpower? That's amazing. So if you want to improve your discipline, if you want to improve your willpower, chant the holy names of Krishna. Regularly chant more and more. Let's see more. Enhanced emotional balance and mood regulation comes from my own experience and also comes from all the experience of the devotees. And I'm sure you can judge yourself and you can also add to this. If you're already chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you can give a testimony. How one's emotional balance is in control and the mood is in regulation when we chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So before you go to the office, you have to wear the armor, right? Just like a warrior wears an armor before going inside the war. If you don't wear the armor, what happens? Your enemy will poke you with the sword. Similarly, if you don't chant your rounds and if you go unprotected into the world, you'll be very badly hurt. You may be anybody, any kind of profession, at home or at office, or maybe real warrior as well. Chant your rounds and go to the war field. Chant your rounds and go to the kitchen. Chant your rounds and go to your school. Chant your rounds first. Then you are protected. Okay, because you will be emotionally stable. So all the Maharajas, all the Guru Maharajas, all the Gurus, they say that. Okay. So there was one devotee who was working in a stock market, Anand Vrindavan Prabhu. He's working in stock market. You all know stock market is so volatile and it's full of Maya, right? Always talking about money and there's there are so many riches to rags, rags to riches. All this is going on. His Guru Maharaj, His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj instructed him that always finish your rounds and go to your office. So Anand Vrindavan Prabhu had worked in BSc Sensex for 30 years and he did not go to office even a single day without chanting 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And he said that my Guru Maharaj was absolutely right. And I've been so stable even in the stock market. Even working in the stock market also, he was very stable because he was chanting his rounds and going to the office. See, so important. Improved ability to deal with life's challenges. We are teaching everything in schools and colleges. but we are not teaching this one life skill. What's this skill? How to deal with life's challenges. How many of you think that life presents us with a lot of challenges? Type me in the chat. How many of you think that life does not present any challenges? There are no challenges. It's very smooth road. Just start your vehicle and just keep moving. That's so easy. So all of you agree, life is challenging. It's not very easy. And ourselves, our children, the next generation, they all need this wonderful life skill, how to deal with life's challenges. We are preparing them with all the kinds of skills, English skills and technical skills, maths and physics and science and chemistry and biology, but we are not teaching them how to deal with life's challenges. By chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you become strong from inside. You become strong from within. And then now you are equipped with the strength to face the life's challenges. Just like the kid who is learning karate, he can break even a brick with his bare hands. Kung Fu person, he can even punch against a wall. But you try, don't try. Don't try. Your hand will be fractured. Because you don't have practice, your hands are very soft. You don't have the technique. Your hands are not strong. But even a small kid, a second-class boy can break a brick. We see that every now and then. That's because of the strength of hands. That's a practice. Similarly, our minds are so soft and so vulnerable today in this life. And if anybody says a simple, small word, the whole day we feel bad. The whole day our day is spoiled. Am I right? Even if somebody doesn't wish us in the morning, also our day is spoiled. Our minds are so soft right now, so vulnerable. So we have to strengthen it. So the only way to strengthen it is by chanting the holy names of Krishna. It becomes really very strong. And you are now ready to deal with life's challenges. Let's see one more. Reduce negative habits and addictions. Habits are powerful. Habits are very powerful. Good habits and bad habits. One good habit, like reading 5 pages per day. Let us say you inculcate a habit of reading 5 pages per day. What happens? By the end of 1 month, you are reading how many pages? 150 pages per month. By the end of an year, you're reading 1800 pages in a year, which translates to 6 books. One habit. If you can read 5 pages per day, you're completing 6 books in a year. 6 books in a year, right? It's just one habit. Let's take the opposite. One bad habit. Let's say somebody is smoking 1 cigarette per day, only one. How much difference does it make? 1 cigarette is 30 cigarettes per month and 365 cigarettes per year. And if you calculate it, how many years of longevity he has lost? The lifespan would have reduced by so many days or so many years by simply smoking 1 cigarette per day. One bad habit and one good habit. Habits are powerful. Habits define us. Habits can take us back to Godhead, or habits can take us to hell. They are habits. And addictions. We don't know what kind of addictions we have. Some people have addiction for mobile phone. Some people have addiction for coffee and tea. Some people have addiction for alcohol. Don't give coffee or tea for 1 day and the headache will pop. Don't withdraw the mobile phone or Netflix and children will become very restless. Bad habits. How do you overcome these bad habits forever? How do you be protecting yourself from these bad habits and addictions? By chanting the holy names of Krishna. Because this single good habit of chanting holy names of Krishna can completely transform you as an individual. you will see yourself, how you are changing, your personality is changing day after day, month after month, year after year. And it brings you so much of purity, so much of clarity. And all the negative habits automatically starts to withdraw itself. You don't have to struggle. You don't have to struggle, say, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do this. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is chant. That's the reason we don't talk about any rules. We just say chant. Forget about the rules. Just simply chant. If you start chanting, you become so powerful that there can be no addiction or no bad habit that you can have. Even if you have, you can drop it with your at your will. You become the master of your senses. If you want to become master of your senses, start chanting. Let's see the last one. Development of positive personality traits. So we have a lot of moral textbooks. Moral education in schools is failing. And literally, there is no moral education that is taught in the technical education today. In the BTech, MTech, MBBS, LLB, they don't teach you any kind of positive personality traits. Simple things in life make a lot of difference. Simple habits like gratitude. We have to be thankful. We should be thankful for that person who has brought us to this stage today. Just like that, you can be like a big banyan tree, but the banyan tree has come from a small seed. And that when the small seed was planted by a person and somebody watered that tree, somebody protected that tree from the goat that was about to eat that sapling. So we have to remember those people who have nurtured, who put the seed, who nurtured this seed, who protected us, who removed the weeds around us. If we remember them, that's gratitude. So we are missing these basic qualities in the modern civilization, that people don't have gratitude, people don't have patience, people do not have humility. Talk about humility. When some things go good, we say it's mine, I did it. When something is wrong, people say it's because of you, you did it. It's because of you. We blame our parents, we blame our spouse, we blame our friends, we blame our children, everybody we blame for all the bad things. For the good things, we take the credit. So gratitude is something very important. Humility is something very important. We should remember our humble beginnings from where we started. You can be anybody. You can be a very great personality, but you must remember from where you have started. To remain humble is a great, wonderful quality. So if you want to develop qualities like humility, if you want to develop qualities like compassion, to be compassionate towards the fellow living beings, to be compassionate towards everybody, to be compassionate towards those people who are taking care of you, who are serving you day in and day out, to have gratitude towards those people who are helping you, towards the society, towards all those benevolent, great personalities who are doing some nice benevolent activities in the society, to be having gratitude towards God for giving us everything. These are some of the positive personality traits which are completely missing in the society today. If you want to develop all of these positive personality traits automatically, without having to artificially trying to do or develop anything, all you have to do is simply chant the holy names of Krishna. Simply chant the names of Krishna, and you will get all the beautiful qualities of the demigods. There's a beautiful verse. There's a beautiful song that inspired Mahatma Gandhi. It's called Vaishnava Janato. Vaishnava Janato tene kahiye je पीर पराए जाने रे. That means Vaishnavajan, the devotee, is one who understands the pain of the other person. And he is ready to serve others. He is ready to do some favor unto others. So Mahatma Gandhi was so inspired by that song, which was written by Narsingh Mehta, a great devotee of Lord Krishna. So he was so inspired, and we can see that he started a great movement around that. And he changed the world. with his philosophy, right? So that's about the importance of chanting of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, that it touches you deeply, it transforms you completely. So whatever you are today, you may be a very good personality already. If you start chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, you will become a better person, a much better person, whom you will be proud of. After 10 years, you will say, I can't believe I was like that a couple of years back. For example, the negative qualities like anger and all, they disappear. At least they will come down to a large extent. I'm telling you from my own personal experience. I'm not saying I never get angry, but to a large extent, it decreased. I mean, if I remember about how often I used to get angry, how often I used to get frustrated before, and how often I get angry now and frustrated, definitely it has come down to a large extent. And I can't believe it that it's me. So everybody who chants Hare Krishna mantra, they all agree to what I'm saying. Spiritual benefits. So Krishna Nama is spiritual, right? And there's so many spiritual benefits. You see, this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, or the chanting the holy names of Krishna, was propagated by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is called as the Yuga Avatara. For every Yuga, there is a Yuga Avatar. That means for every Yuga, there is a Yuga Dharma. Yuga Dharma means the activity that you are supposed to be doing in that age. So, for example, the Yuga Dharma for Satya Yuga or Krita Yuga is meditation. Yuga Dharma for Treta Yuga is fire sacrifice. Yuga Dharma for Dwapara is temple worship. And the Yuga Dharma for Kali Yuga is, anybody can say? Unmute and tell me, what's the Yuga Dharma for Kali Yuga?
Chanting Harinam.
Harinam Sankirtana.
Yes, Kalau Tad Hari Kirtanat. The chanting of the holy names of Krishna is the way to worship God, is the only way to worship God. It's not temple worship, it's not fire sacrifice, it is not meditation. The only way to please Lord Krishna is to chant the names of Krishna. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was the one who is the Yuga Avatara who spread this. And he made everybody chant. When he was going on a tour, he used to find even very simple people like washerman or somebody like a sweeper. He would tell them, Krishna Bola, Krishna Bola. Chant the names of Krishna, chant the names of Krishna. He used to simply go and just touch them. He used to simply go and embrace them. And they would start chanting the names of Krishna incessantly. They would become pure devotees, just simply Chaitanya Mahaprabhu by looking at them. What to talk about human beings, he could make the animals chant. One day, when he went through the Jarikanda forests to go to Vrindavana, he was taking his Sandhya, he did his Sandhya bath and he was doing Sandhya and he saw some elephants around him, wild elephants. He took the water and he splashed on that elephant and said, chant. And the elephant started chanting. And after some time, he saw there's so many wild animals there. And then he said, all of you chant. Then the tiger and the deer, they started chanting. The snakes started chanting. All the animals started dancing and chanting and doing a kirtan. So we can see a wonderful scene where the tiger and the deer are hugging each other and chanting Hare Krishna. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can do anything. He can even make the animals chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So we should take this principle that I shall chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. I shall chant the names of Krishna and make my life successful. Because simply by chanting the names of Krishna, our life becomes successful. Now let us see some of the spiritual benefits that are given. This is coming from Shikshashtakam. Shikshashtakam is a song written by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It says, Cheto Darpana Marjanam. Cheto Darpana Marjanam means cleansing the heart from impurities. Cleansing the mirror of one's heart. If you consider yourself, if you consider your mind as a mirror, just imagine a mirror. I give you a mirror and I ask you to decorate yourself nicely. But the problem with this mirror is, it has a lot of dirt. So you ask me for some water and a cloth and you're trying, but it's not going. Okay. And as long as it is very dirty, you're not able to see yourself clearly. You're not able to see yourself. Therefore, you're not able to decorate yourself. But then I give you a solvent. I'll give you like a colin. And then you just shik, shik, shik. It becomes clean. Cheto darpana marjanam. Cleanse the heart from impurities. Our heart is filled with impurities, I tell you. Trust me. Our heart is filled with anger, frustration, complaints, blame. Our heart is filled with enviousness. We become envious when we look at our friends growing. We become envious when our neighbors grow. We become envious when our sister or brother is doing better than us. We become envious of our friends. We become envious about everybody. Our heart is impure. And as long as the heart is impure, it's just like the Delhi weather. You see, in some days and Delhi weather, it becomes so bad, so much of smoke, so much of fog, you can't even drive. If there's so much of smoke ahead of you, how are you going to drive? So much of impurities in the heart. How can we see Krishna? So we have to cleanse this. Cheto Darpana Marjanam. Possible only by Harinama Sankirtana. It's only possible by chanting the holy names of Krishna. So just type in the chat. Cleansing, cleansing. Now, this is very important. By chanting the holy names of Krishna, the dormant love for Krishna awakens. You see, the dormant love for Krishna is present in everybody's heart. It's present in my heart. It is present in your heart. It's not only present in the hearts of the Hindus, it's also present in the hearts of all the other religions. It's present in the hearts of all the human beings. Not only India, not only the world, not only human beings. Why humans? It's also present in the heart of the snake, of a bird, of a beast, of an ant. Everybody has love for Krishna in their heart. But dormant stage. Type dormant in the dormant in the chat. Dormant means completely hidden, like a small spark hiding within the coal. The coal, when it becomes very cool down, you have to fan it. If you fan it very nicely, then there is a fire that will come out of it, right? You have to fan it, fan the spark. There is a spark within us. Everybody has love for Krishna. Everybody has got a personal relationship with Krishna, direct relationship with Krishna, but we have forgotten God. We have forgotten Krishna, and that's the reason why we are here in this material world suffering. We have to awaken this dormant love for Krishna, the Father. So the only way to awaken this dormant love for Krishna is by chanting the holy names of Krishna. Liberation from samsara chakra. So now tell me, how many of you like to become a child again? Type me. It's very nice, become a child again, right? So it's like Sari umr hum mar mar ke ji gaye. What is that? So give me some sunshine. I want to grow up once again. Nice song, nice. I want to grow up again once more. Right? Nice. But if I tell you, how many of you want to go become a child again? Everybody will say yes. But if I'm going to ask you, how many of you are ready to become, write the 10th exam again? Let me see how many of you are ready for that. Type me in the chat. How many of you are ready for facing that competition that you faced during the 12th again? Type me in the chat. How many of you are ready to get ready for the race of getting that first job? Type me in the chat. So not everybody is interested now. So this samsara chakra is not so nice, right? So it's a repetition of birth and death. It's not very nice actually, because you have to undergo a lot of suffering. Because we only remember the good parts of our life and we forget the bad parts, thanks to Krishna. But there are so many bad things that happen to us throughout the life. Birth, diseases, old age, and ultimately the death. Everything is actually a bad experience. Just a simple viral fever, right, which lasts for a week, is not so good experience. If somebody is going to tell that, do you want to experience viral fever a couple of times in a year? You will say no. Why do am I mad? Why should I become sick again and again? Right? You remember the COVID fever? It lasted for 10 days, 14 days. How many of you, how many of anybody would like to, have the repetition of that COVID multiple times? Would anybody say, yeah, I like it. I want it 10 times. I'm okay for that. Nobody wants this. So everybody wants liberation from samsara chakra. We want to get rid of this samsara, the cycle of suffering, birth and death. The only way to liberate ourselves from the samsara chakra is Harer Namaiva Kevalam. Harer Nama, Harer Nama, Harer Namaiva Kevalam. Kalau nasteva, nasteva, nasteva gatiranyatha. That means only by chanting of the names of Krishna, only by chanting the names of Krishna, only by chanting the names of Krishna, you can become liberated. There is no other way. There is no other way. There is no other way in this Kali Yuga. When there is a repetition, what does it mean? Can anybody type in the chat? What does repetition mean? When somebody repeats 3 times, what does that mean? Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. It means stress. That means very important. That's right. It means stressing. Harer Nama, Harer Nama, Harer Nama Iva Kevalam. Kevalam is a word. Kevalam means, we just sang the Kevalastakam. Means by only this process. That's it. This is the only process. Kalau nasti eva, nasti eva, nasti eva gatiranyata. Nasti eva means there is no other way, there is no other way, there is no other way. Don't dream of any other way. Don't think that there is any other way. Namasmaranad anyopayam nahi pashyami bhavatarane. Rama Hare Krishna Hare. There is no other way than chanting the names of Krishna and Rama for liberation. If you are serious about liberation, chant the names of Rama and Krishna. Don't take it very lightly. And then we saw, it was such a beautiful verse. It said, if you go back to this Madhurastakam, said, just look at this. Yeah, it says, Saguru Sapita Chapi Samata Bandavo Pisa. Okay, you can even sing it if you want. Mute yourself and sing after me. Saguru Sapita Chapi Samata Bandavo Pisa. Shikshayet chet sada smartum Harer namaiva kevalam. Shikshayet chet sada smartum Harer namaiva kevalam. You know what that means? Saguru. You know who is a guru? That person is a guru who reminds you or teaches you to remember the names of Krishna. Who is a father? Father is not a one who gives a biological birth. That is not a true father. Not a true father. A real father does not leave the child in suffering, in the world of suffering. So, for example, the parents, they have given a birth and they leave the child to suffer in this existence, in the samsara chakra, and they are only giving some education, some money, and some inheritance. They are not real fathers. They are not real mothers. That is the Bhagavatam is saying that Guru na satya sasyat, Janani na sasyat. That means he is not a guru, he is not a father, he is not a mother, he is not a friend, he is not a relative if he does not tell you how to liberate yourself from the material world. If you cannot liberate your children, if you cannot liberate yourself, if you cannot liberate your friends, if you cannot liberate your relatives, then you are not a father, you are not a mother, you are not anything. That's what the Shastra is saying. So that person is actually a true guru, true father, true mother, and a true friend who teaches you to remember. Always remember the names of Krishna. The person who is reminding you that he is a real friend, your true friend, because he's actually taking you out of the cycle of birth and death. So we must be very, very thankful to this wonderful, wonderful association of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness We must be ever grateful to Srila Prabhupada that he took so much efforts to chant the names of Krishna, to teach us about the glories of Krishna. He has written so many books. He has spent so many sleepless nights. Let me tell you his story very quickly. 69-year-old man, retired from family life, sannyasi in Vrindavan, very happily inside the Radha Damodara Mandira. He's very nicely writing some books there. He could have very nicely settled there. Very beautiful place, Vrindavan. Radha Damodar Mandir, excellent place. Everything is available there. Nothing to worry. But he, because his spiritual master had instructed him to go to the West and preach this message of Krishna consciousness, he set out on a ship at the age of 69. My dear friends, at the age of 69, nobody leaves their house. We cannot even imagine in our wildest dreams to even leave our house. Forget about going to the other country. He went alone. He took his bag, 40 rupees in hands, and all he did the whole year, he was trying to chant, and he was not able to get anybody. And then he was chanting. And he was in the New York Tompkinson's Park. And then all he did was he chanted Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. He didn't do anything. He didn't teach any philosophy. He didn't say anything. He was simply having a pair of cymbals. That is the kartal. And he was saying, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. He was only doing this. And he was surrounded by so many people, ongoers of that park. And slowly, crowds started to gather every day. And every day they used to sing and dance along with Prabhupada. And people used to have a lot of spiritual experience there. And they used to find a lot of peace of mind. And some people started inquiring him, who are you? What is your name? What is your mission? What is it that you want? And then he said, okay, if you're interested, come to our classes. And then he took them to teach them Bhagavad Gita classes. And those hippies, he civilized those hippies. Hippies means no culture, nothing. They've completely left the societal rules, everything. Already, Americans don't have any kind of culture. They're more worse, hippies, right? Completely left all the kind of the rules and regulations of the society. So such fallen people, Srila Prabhupada has transformed them into wonderful devotees simply by chanting the holy names of Krishna. This is the power of the holy names of Krishna. Do not underestimate it. It's very important. Neither don't think that, okay, it is good for them, hippies, I am good. Never think like that. Because we should always think ourselves to be the most fallen person. Only when we become humble and when we think that I am the most fallen person, we will get the mercy of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We should say, Patita pavana hetu tava avatara, mosama patita prabhu napai be ara. See, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Lokanath, the speaker of the singer of the song is saying, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you have come to deliver the most fallen people. But you see, I am the most fallen person. So I have the full qualification for your mercy upon me. Mosama patita prabhu na pai beara. I am the most fallen person. This is the mood that we should carry. Then we become very successful in Krishna consciousness. So this is the thing. Dear devotees, by chanting the holy names of Krishna, we become liberated from samsara chakra. Krishna is not visible to our eyes. His name is Adhokshaja. Adhokshaja means he is not seen in your eyes. You can't see with your material eyes. You see? But then Krishna in Bhagavad Gita says, Sutre Manigana Iva. What does that mean? Sutra. Just like I'm wearing a necklace. It's not a pearls necklace, but it's a necklace of Tulsi beads. You can see the Tulsi beads necklace. Can you see the thread? Yes, no, type in the chat. Are you able to see the thread here? Any thread? Are you able to see thread? You're able to see the beads, but are you able to see the thread? No. But there is a thread which is tying together these beads. If the thread is gone, all the beads will fall apart. If Krishna leaves the body, this body, human body, which is like a machine, everything stops working in a moment when Krishna leaves the body. When Krishna decides, we cannot have power to do anything. Our senses will stop acting. We will not be able to speak. We will not be able to drink. We will not be able to eat. We will not be able to digest the food. We will not be able to get up. We will not be able to do anything if Krishna energy is gone out of the body. You see, Krishna you cannot see, but he is present. So, but if you want to directly associate with Krishna, the only way with association with Krishna in this material body, in this conditioned life, in this material world, is by chanting the holy names of Krishna. Because abhinnatvan nama namino, no difference between him and his name. So how many of you would like an appointment with Krishna? Type me in the chat that you would like to have a personal appointment face to face with Krishna. You want to sit with Krishna face to face. Type me in the chat. So chanting of the holy names of Krishna is a personal appointment with Krishna. So if you want an appointment with Krishna, chant the names of Krishna. Protection from Maya. So we are all disturbed by this Maya, right? Maya is very much disturbing us. Maya means illusion. Illusion means we are falsely thinking whatever is true to be false and false to be true. We are forgetting the reality of life that one day we have to die. We forget that reality. And we get attracted towards illusion. Whatever is falsehood, we get attracted to the advertisements. We fall prey to the YouTube algorithm, YouTube shorts, Instagram reels. And we lose so much of time. We are so distracted by Maya all around us. We get distracted by money. We get attracted by the opposite gender. Everything is like pulling us away from Krishna. This is Maya. If you want protection from this Maya, which is very strong, you have to chant the names of Krishna. Chant the names of Krishna very seriously if you want protection from Maya. So that was about chanting the holy names of Krishna. So let's see some practical aspects. How to chant the names of Krishna. So the way you are supposed to chant, the correct way is to use a bead bag. Okay, if you don't have a bead bag, that's also fine. You can always chant in your mind. But the better way, recommended way is to chant outside loudly. Utter each and every word. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Each and every syllable you properly pronounce. And here, you don't have to imagine anything. You don't have to remember Krishna, Krishna's past tense, anything like that. All you have to do is chant and hear. That's it. That's the simple way. Attentively chant the names of Krishna. Don't do phone japa, time pass japa, TV japa. You see, watching this mobile and then Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna. Don't do that. Okay? Don't do that. Or talking to somebody, doing something and doing that. Of course, always you can remember Krishna's name. But the point is, when you are counting, that is, you should keep a count. You should have a commitment that I shall count this many number of rounds. Sometimes some people ask, I'm an exalted devotee. I chant 24/7. I'm Haridas Thakur. That's an illusion. Okay, don't think like that. We should keep a count. Why we should keep a count? We should keep a count because we keep a count of calories. Those people who are fasting, they keep a count of dieting and all. They keep a count of calories, right? We keep a count of how many chapatis we eat. How many dosa we eat, we keep a count. How many idli we eat, we keep a count. Am I right? We keep a count whenever we go to ATM and withdraw money, we keep a count of the notes. It's not that we just take it and go home. Or if somebody gives you 10,000 rupees cash, or you don't give like a bunch of currency and just go. You count it 10 times, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, and then give. So chanting also requires counting. Sankhya Purvakai, because the Acharyas, they used to recommend like that, chant with count. Okay, not like unlimited. Don't try to imitate some like a great devotee. Okay, just be normal sadhaka, chant your rounds and keep a count. overcoming obstacles in chanting. There can be so many disturbances, distractions. Just keep bringing back your mind to chanting. Let's see some nice quotes from Srila Prabhupada and we will conclude. Here is a very nice quote. This is a letter written by Srila Prabhupada to His Holiness Jai Pataka Swami, Jai Pataka Swami, Guru Maharaj ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Let's see what it is. If you have got some time, the best thing would be to chant Hare Krishna more and more, because our life is very short and we have to finish our Krishna consciousness this life very quickly. That's a letter written by Srila Prabhupada. So we have to, if you got some time, you're waiting, you're in the queue, you're waiting for the bus, or maybe you're sitting in the seat, cab, don't waste time. Okay? In the travel, chant. Next one. Our prayer of Hare Krishna mantra means addressing Radha and Krishna for being engaged in their service. Hare Krishna means, Oh Hare, Oh Radharani, Oh Krishna, please engage me in your service so that I can get relief from the service of Maya. Letter to Subala. So this Hare Krishna mantra, Hare Krishna means we are saying Radharani, please engage me. Oh Krishna, please engage me in your service, because when I'm engaged in your service, I'm not engaged in the service of Maya. The moment I forget Krishna, Maya will catch me. It says, the moment the jiva forgets Krishna, japatiya maya tare dhare. That means Maya will immediately catch us. It's so strong. So we should always pray to Krishna, please engage me in your service, please engage me in your service, so that Maya doesn't catch me. Next one. There is no such requirement that japa should be silently and chanting should be done differently, loudly or silently. Everything is all right. There is no such restriction. Only thing is we should chant very attentively, hearing the vibration very distinctly. Letter to Sat Swarupa. So sometimes we may get a doubt, should I chant loudly? Should I chant silently? Silently or loudly? There's no requirement like that. The only requirement is attentive chanting. There's no restriction also. It's not that, oh, I didn't take my bath. Oh, I didn't do this. Oh, I didn't do that. Do you know what? One of our relatives died, and for 1 year, the Purohit said, don't do anything. So I'll stop chanting. This is not correct. This is very wrong. Absolutely wrong, actually. You should not stop chanting any moment, even if it is Grahana, solar eclipse, inauspicious time, anywhere, anytime. Always chant the names of Krishna. Never forget Krishna. Okay, there's no restrictions. So, fourth one, they must chant 16 rounds a day minimum with attention, clearly chanting this mantra and listening very carefully. This is the recommended process for purifying the heart in the sinful age of Kali. Letter to Bhaktadas. That is Srila Prabhupada very clearly saying the instruction. We must chant 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Maha Mantra minimum. That's not maximum, minimum, with attention. If you want results, then this will purify our heart in this age of Kali and we can go back to God. So let's quickly summarize the whole thing. So we did this chanting the holy names of Krishna. We sang the Krishnashtakam, the Kevalashtakam, and then we saw the power of holy name and we saw some scriptural references. Where is it taken from? We saw the scriptural basis of this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, the benefits of chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, and the practical aspects, how to chant Hare Krishna. And then we saw some wonderful Prabhupada quotes. So I believe that strongly that by chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, it transforms us from within. And the best thing that we can do, this is the best thing that we can get in our life. There is nothing better than this. This is the best that we can get. So it's time for us to take up this commitment to chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, to change our lives forever, right? To go back to home, back to Godhead, to say no to Maya, to say yes to Krishna. So requesting all of you, take this up very seriously. Don't take it lightly. Chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra very nicely. And then you will see the transformation and the results happening within you. So thank you very much, dear devotees. Hare Krishna. Now you can unmute and you can tell me like what are your realizations If you want to say something, you can say Hare Krishna. Thank you. Or any questions also are welcome. Hare Krishna. Okay, so let me ask you. Yes, Renuka Mataji, you want to say something? Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, ma'am.
It's very difficult to come out of this Maya, we know that.
Yes.
But chanting, I do chant, but maybe may not be with full of my heart, I don't know. Because there are so many difficulties in life.
Yeah.
Miss worries.
Mhm.
I have everything, but I'm not happy, Prabhuji. I'm really telling you. My children are good, my husband is good, but what makes me so unhappy, I don't know. Some or the other worry will be there. I chant Hare Krishna mantra may not be with full of my mind. I really feel it now when you are praying. And how to do it, Prabhuji?
Sure, I'll tell you. So I'll tell you, recently I spoke to one of the devotees who's attending our classes regularly. And that Mataji said that she was undergoing a lot of problems and a lot of pain. And she tried everything. She went to a lot of different spiritual processes, meditation, etc., etc., etc. And she said, the moment I started chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, all my pain, all my crying, all that tears, everything was gone. Everything was gone. So it was like a very powerful testimonial. It's like just one of our devotees was like coming to the classes, studying their real experience, right? So chanting from the last 2 years and found magical transformation. Okay. So it's all about faith. It's all about seriousness. Instead, we have to take out time and we should give the time that it deserves it's to be given. So we have to take out time for chanting, not do anything exclusively for chanting. It's like an appointment with Krishna. When you have an appointment with somebody, what do? You tell others that I'm busy. So for example, when I was getting a phone call, what did I do? I have to either take and say, I'm busy, I'll talk to you later, or I'll cut the call. Two options, right? Similarly, when you're chanting, should take it's an exclusive appointment with Krishna. So you should take out time and chant. And chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra attentively for 16 rounds. And then tell me how you are feeling. Okay, it's very simple. You just have to have that willpower and commitment to chant. Okay, I just recommend you to chant 16 rounds Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and then report back to me how you are feeling. Okay?
Okay.
Hare
But
Krishna.
so many thoughts will be coming while
Forget
chanting.
about that. No, that's fine. Thoughts are normal. The mind is meant for thinking. The thoughts. It's okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. It's normal. Sometimes we get the most creative thoughts when chanting. Those thoughts will not get at normal times. So we may get the most creative things or the task that you've forgotten from a long time. You may get creative ideas. You may remember somebody that you've forgotten for a long time. All this can happen. That's all fine. Don't worry about all that. Just simply focus on chanting. Just keep chanting, and everything will be slowly coming into control. Try to be attentive. Try to hear what you're saying. That's it. Hear. Pull back your mind and just keep chanting. That'll be fine. Okay? Hare
Okay.
Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Yes. Yeah, I'm seeing that Premamai is putting a message. We should give commitment to Krishna and be in association of devotees to stay away from Maya. It's nice. That's nice. That's correct. That's right. We should be in association of devotees. That's important. Because those people, I just read that Kevalastakam, it said only those people are your relatives who remind you of chanting Hare Krishna. Not the real relatives. If you go with your relatives' parties, they'll remind you of Maya. They will say, when are you buying the next apartment? Right? So they'll make you Maya conscious, not Krishna conscious. Devotees will make you Krishna conscious. So therefore, we should stay in the association of devotees. Okay? Thank you. Yes, simply by chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, fear of death doesn't bother us. Absolutely right. Fear of death won't bother us. And I'm not bothered about my future or life. Krishna is with our side. Hare Krishna. Very nice. Very nice. Suresh Prabhu, keep chanting properly, attentively, as many rounds as you can. Yes. I would like to hear from more people. Devotees, Ganga Prabhu, you want to say something?
Hare
Naresh,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Naresh Prabhu, go ahead.
Today I realized how to do chanting attentively. Is simply by you chant and hear.
Chant and
So,
hear. That's it.
so recently, my mind is little bit like that. I'm hearing and chanting and hearing, chanting and hearing. So, but I also still was in question how to be too attentive in chanting. So today is I got the answer.
That's
Like
nice.
2 days ago, I want to know what the meaning for Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, and then I got the answer today.
That's nice. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Hare Krishna. Yes, Amrita Mataji, you want to say something?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
I realize I have to chant Hare Krishna every time, many more times, more attentively. That is only the way to reach God. That's all.
That's nice. That's nice. Yes.
I am doing chanting, but I think more attentively I have to do.
Yes.
I find peace and bliss in that when I'm chanting. I have realized that, Prabhuji.
That's
That
nice.
feeling is very nice. I feel very nice.
How many rounds do you chant?
I chant 24 rounds.
See that?
Yes.
Everybody? Yes, that's nice. Thank you. Do you all see how many rounds Mataji is chanting? 24 rounds, right? It's possible. It's humanly possible. It's not impossible. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Yes.
Prabhuji, Danda Pranam.
Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, this one Rama is 1000 Vishnu now, equivalent to 1000, and Krishna is 3000. But Hare is energy of Radharani.
Yes.
For that Hare is any counts is there equivalent to
No.
Krishna? There?
No.
It's only
Hare-
energy.
Yeah, it's an internal energy of Krishna. So just like we say Sita Ram or Radha
Yes, sir.
Krishna,
Yes,
it
sir.
is Hare Krishna, Hare Rama. Okay?
Okay, but thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Swayam Prabha Mataji, do you want to say something? Anything that you want to add? Jayanti Mataji, Hare Krishna. Yes, Swayam Prabha Mataji, go ahead.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, I joined little late, missed the beginning part of it, but I listened to your audio and video. Yes, I am yet to succeed, Prabhuji. I know I am listening continuously and my mind is on Krishna, but still chanting, I have to progress still. So that also, I think it has to come from Krishna only.
Keep listening.
Yes, I
Listening
have
and
experienced him and he is in my mind always. And he comes to me whenever there is problem or happiness. But this chanting, I don't know. I have offered it to him only to make me continue in this chanting. I'm frank with you.
That's fine.
Otherwise,
That's fine.
I am totally into him, totally into Krishna consciousness. Everything is there. So
Yeah.
it will take time for me, I think.
Fine. That's fine. That's fine. For some people, it takes some days. For some people, it may take some years.
Yeah.
Sometimes lifetimes, but that's fine. Okay, keep
Yeah.
trying. Hare Krishna.
In puja room, I chant, but
Okay.
not like 2 rounds, 3 rounds like that. But
Okay.
that is really helping me. Maybe slowly I'll progress. Probably.
That's good. That's good. That's good that you're chanting. Keep growing. Keep growing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare
Thank you very
Krishna.
much. Jayanti Mataji, do you want to say something? Nitya Mataji, you want to say something?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Tanvat Pranam Prabhu.
Dhanat Pranams.
Prabhuji, whenever no Prabhuji, my chanting is not going so good, but some days I chant 16 rounds or more rounds. Some days it is like little less. But the days where I chant 16 rounds, I feel very nice. The feeling is very good and I feel good. So I want to improve more. I pray to Krishna, please give me taste for chanting. That is what is my main prayer, Prabhuji, these days. Please give me a taste for chanting. So today's class was very good, Prabhuji. I benefited. I understood what is the meaning, everything completely. So probably every day morning I'll take Sankalp and continue chanting. Prabhuji, put my effort in chanting more. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Kalyani Mataji, do you want to say something?
Prabhuji, I too ask God to give me the taste and give me the energy to so that, and in fact, I thank for every day, Prabhu, that He has woken me up today, and I'll tell Him that I have a lot of homework to do. Please help me to read so and so chapter. I want to listen to this lecture. I want to listen to that lecture. And thank you so much for the yesterday that you gave me. And chanting Prabhuji, I'm doing daily 4 rounds. Of course, it's interrupted because of multiple reasons. Sometimes I get choked. Then my total attention goes to my body, Prabhuji. Then I have to fight. I'm like fight it out. But I do get so when I'm that I have enjoyed that blissful moments when I could connect with Krishna, and I'm longing. Of course, I don't know whether I can long this life, but maybe a life after life. In case I'm just asking for service from Krishna, Prabhuji. That's all. Service to Krishna and Radha, and remain in company of this good association which I got only now, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much for
Thank you, and
realization.
I'm extremely grateful. Whenever it's possible and wherever it's possible, I have to tell that I'm extremely grateful for this association of all the devotees and yourself, Mataji, and I think so. You are my life
All
lifeline,
glories to
Prabhuji.
all
All
glories to Srila
lifeline,
Prabhupada.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and I'm I think so. I'm getting connected to Srila Prabhupada mentally last 2 months, much more than what it was before. I feel he is only brought me to this today. Last 2 months was like I don't know what is happening to me. I don't know.
Thank you, Mataji. We will
Hare
all
Thank you,
pray
Krishna.
for
Prabhuji.
you.
Thank
Hare
you.
Krishna.
Yes, Mataji. Tell me, Nitya Mataji.
Prabhuji, what do you advise, Prabhuji? Like chanting alone, separately, we individually chant. Is that recommended, or is that okay? Or chanting with devotees association is good, or what do you one?
Both are fine. But even if you're chanting with devotees also, you have to hear your own chanting, right? Ultimately, you may be chanting with 3-4 people also, but ultimately you have to hear your own voice, your own words that you're chanting. That's the most important thing that you're supposed to be doing. So it doesn't matter. You can, even for inspiration, you can sit with 2-3 people on Zoom and then chant. That's fine. But ultimately, you have to hear what you are chanting. That's the most important point.
Prabhuji, listening to Prabhupada chanting along with chanting with Prabhupada is okay.
It's okay to begin. Maybe first 5 minutes or something you can hear like that. But later you can reduce the volume and you can start chanting so that you can hear what you are chanting clearly first. Is that
Okay,
okay?
thank you.
Yes, Hare Krishna. Yes, Indra Haridas Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you for the very nice class.
Thank you.
And
Okay.
really
Yes.
I enjoy while
Yes.
I'm standing
Wonderful.
early morning, Hare
Wonderful.
Krishna
Wonderful.
mantra. And I really like to continue all full lifetime like this.
Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful devotees. Thank you. Thank you so much. So we'll close this session for today, for this week, and we'll see you soon tomorrow, day after tomorrow, okay, for the level 2 class. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So Harinam Sankirtan ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki
Yeah.
Jai.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, devotees. Let's end here.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.